ihe kiwe duanye n'ụzọ ine nke ezi omume gị kiwe wezugara anyị ọrịa niile nke pụrụ ịdakwasị mmadụ dị ndụ n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-agwọ ọrịa anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ sunile nke ndị agha ka iwe mere anyị ebere ka akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee guzosie ike ka anyị wee n'ikpete maazụ nye aha sọgụtụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ise.
Welcome once again to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on my program. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you're connecting from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, from America, or from Australia, I appreciate you very much for your contribution to the channel. Wherever you are, thank you so much. Go to the comment section at all times, just as you've been doing for those of you who have subscribed. Put your comments. I go through your comments all the time and I appreciate you so much. I learn a lot from you. Continue to comment according to what you have seen on this very video. You can make your corrections. It's all welcome. For those who have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remember, today I come again to bring you information on the way forward and what I think is the way forward for all of us. It is not well in Nigeria. It is not well. That contraption called Nigeria cannot hold and cannot stand. It has been said openly by the international bodies that Nigeria is a failed state. But it's unfortunate that the politicians are still pretending. The politicians are still pretending that they can work it out. The politicians in the south, in the west, in the north, wherever they are still at work pretending that it's going to be well. You and I knows that the country has ended. The only thing we have in that very country called Nigeria now is anarchy. There is no leadership in that very country. All we have there now is bandits, set of criminals, set of terrorists from all parts of the country. The north already we know is being taken over. Nobody's talking about the north anymore. Even the government of that country called Nigeria is not interested in the north anymore because they have handed the north over to the terrorists. What they are now pursuing is to take over the southern part of Nigeria. The Fulanis are pursuing, the Fulani terrorists who are in government of Nigeria are now pursuing to take over the southern part of Nigeria, and we say no to that. We cannot stand and watch them do that. And thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is standing tall to fight this battle to the last. He has formed the ESN, and since then, the battle has become so strong. That is the reason why it is slowing them down. They cannot be able to achieve their aim. If not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by now we don't know what would have happened to southern part of Nigeria, more especially the southeast. But because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the ESN, the southeast have had some better chances of surviving. And lately, Sunday Igboho has come in the show. Sunday Igboho is now fighting for the Oduduwa nation, trying to protect the Oduduwa section, trying to do as much as possible to protect them. I pray that people will support him and also give him strength to continue to fight the battle and succeed on that very angle. But today, we are going to look into the killer squad that they have launched into the southeastern part of Nigeria. The federal government of Nigeria, led by the Fulanis, led by Muhammadu Buhari, the terrorist, the chief terrorist, they have decided to send killer squad to the southern part of Nigeria, more especially the southeast. And the killing that is happening in that very part now, that they are blaming on the citizens of that very area, is being perpetrated by the government itself. It is on record that there is nobody from the south that is involved in anything that is called terrorism. There has never been any. There has never been any. There is no terrorist group that's been formed by the Southerners. There is none of them that has been involved in terrorist activities. These are peaceful people living on their own. The only thing they are asking for is for self-determination. And every other group that they have formed is a self-defense group to protect themselves. They are not fighting against the innocent citizens. Even including the so-called unknown gunmen, whom I don't know how they came about. The only people that we have seen on record that are killing the innocent citizens are the military, the police. These are the only people that are perpetrating the evil, committing genocide in the southern part of Nigeria, more especially the southeast as we speak. But it's unfortunate nobody is talking about it. The press is not covering it. The international media is not covering it. The conventional media in Nigeria is not covering it. The elites are not speaking up about this. They are all silent. The governors are in connivance with this. They play that. I don't know what they are scared of. They are protecting their looted funds, protecting their useless career, protecting the evil that they have committed against the people. That is why they cannot speak up in this very evil that is happening in the southeastern part of Nigeria as we speak. As we speak, thousands of people are losing their life in southeastern part of Nigeria. People gone missing. People are missing on daily basis. The military are going house by house to people and taking people out of their room and shot them. They take people from their house and take them to detention and make them disappear. Nobody will hear from them. There have been a lot of testimony which I have already posted on my video. You can check out the video there. You will see the video where I spoke about a man who came for burial of his family. A family burial. They took him and killed him, then named him unknown gunmen. So many victims, so many people have been killed unnecessarily, all in the name of looking for unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen whom we know are government officials. It is this same government that formed that very unknown gunmen. Remember the issue when they were talking about the unknown soldiers. Unknown soldiers story started all the way from Obasanjo. That is when they started using that issue, unknown. The government commits a crime, the next thing you will see is unknown. They use their forces to commit a crime, the next thing they will name them is unknown. They have now decided to make the southeastern part of Nigeria very insecure and ungovernable. And then they turn around to blame the citizens, the innocent citizens, and begin to kill them. That is the most tragic of all. The world should listen to us. The world should listen to Nigeria. Pay attention to Nigeria and see what is going on before it is too late. The world has to pay attention to Nigeria before it is too late. It is really painful that United Nations is in Nigeria, US ambassador is in Nigeria, UK ambassador is in Nigeria, German ambassador is in Nigeria. All these important EU are in Nigeria. They are seeing all this thing happening. They are hearing it. They are seeing it on daily basis, but they do nothing about it. They pretend as if it's not happening. They are waiting until when all the citizens of that country are being killed before they will take action. But for us, we cannot be silent. These innocent citizens of that very contraption cannot be silent. The southeastern parts of Nigeria cannot be silent. They have already taken up the challenge. Mazin Nandekano through the ESN have taken up the challenge. It doesn't matter how the government try to recruit the terrorists to pursue them. It doesn't matter how the government recruit the terrorists from abroad to come and begin to fight against those who are protecting their people. They can never succeed because Chuks is with them. The battle is not ours. God is fighting the battle for us. Mazen Nandekano has said it time without number. That is why I love him so much. This is a man that comes before he makes his speech. He commits everything to the hand of God. It is not his power, not by his power, not by his strength or his knowledge, but by the power of Chuks. It is only God that is fighting the battle in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And for that, they can never win the battle. The Janjaweed can never win the battle. It doesn't matter how many people they kill. They will kill us, we will kill them at the end. Biafran must come. Biafran must come. There is no two ways about it. It doesn't matter what you think or what you say. Biafran must come. People have to stand up and begin to speak because can never be business as usual. I want to share a video with you. This video is that is meant for one of the person that we call a legitimate elder in the southeastern part of Nigeria. This is the only legitimate elder I have seen that have made a tangible contribution. You have to watch this video carefully from beginning to the end. Watch what he had to say about this very invasion of the southeast, killings and insecurity in the southeast, the people who are causing it. People are pretending, they don't want to say it, but this man has said it. He has said it without any fear. This is an interview that was granted to Godi Uwazirike, former leader of the Aki Kenga. He's a lawyer. I want you to watch the interview that was granted to him, Godi Uwazirike. Hear what he had to say word to word. He never missed word. He said exactly the situation and what is happening. Let us listen to him. Please be patient. Watch this video to the end. You'll be glad you did.
Last months, as assaults on security formations and killings have become widespread in the region, particularly in Imo State. Joining us now to discuss the security situation in the southeast, as well as efforts to restore peace, is a prominent Nigerian lawyer and former president of Igbo think tank group, Aka Ikenga, Godi Uwazurike. It's good to have you with us in the studio.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, let me start this way. Some say that to solve a problem, you first have to diagnose it. So perhaps you can help us. Recently, we saw a trending video of cows being set ablaze in Anambra State. So what is, in your opinion, at the heart of the disruption, the insecurity, and the violence that seems to have erupted in the Southeast?
Well, what we are seeing in the Southeast is synchronized violence. Synchronized by certain people. Definitely not by Igbos.
Okay.
Those people who are doing that are foreigners. If you see a group of Igbo people moving, from their physiognomy, you will know. Now, one of the things that people did in the Southeast was to get close to them, speak Igbo to them, and without exception, they responded in broken English. And you saw the other man speaking on Sunday, being displayed by the police as the only surviving person among those who attended to burn the prisons again. The man was given an Igbo name. And when he spoke, he had a northern accent. But back to your question about what is really happening. In the past 2 years or more, the clamor for a president of Nigeria coming from the Southeast has been on. And if you notice, up to the past 3 months, there was no problem in the Southeast, 4 months. What happened? Suddenly, if you read some papers published in Abuja, you see Igbos are killing Northerners. You call those in the South, they say, what are you talking about? It has nothing to do with any Igbo man or any Northerner. What we are witnessing is a programmed action by some people to destabilize the Southeast, indeed the whole of Igbo land, with a message, Igbo land is unstable. If you're unstable, how then can you produce a president? That is the real key in issue. The herdsmen have always been there. But if you notice, for the past 3 or 4 months, issue of the herdsmen had died down. Except in Ebonyi State, where up to last Sunday, the herdsmen were still killing people.
But we cannot deny the fact that these destruction and arson attacks are taking place in the Southeast region on security formations, on electoral body, INEC offices, and of course killing of the security officials themselves. So the question is, how does this make a call or a point for, or an argument for inclusion? If you say marginalization and inequity has been, the reason for this clamor, and some will say for the clamor of cessation, how do these arson attacks and killings and destruction make a point for inclusion? And who stands to benefit from these attacks? Why have they not gone? Why do they continue to recur, in your opinion?
First correction is this. Who is doing the destruction?
Exactly.
Who is attacking police formations? Who is attacking the INEC? If you notice the targets, election conducting body, security body. In the first place, Igbos are not destroyers. Igbos are builders. Since the end of the war, the federal government has not been building police stations in the Igbo land. Every structure you see there, apart from the old prisons in Ller, which was built in the 1950s, is the result of the contribution of people. I'll give you an example. I come from a human Bano local government of Imo State. Recently, the police divisional quarters was destroyed, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. What most people don't know is that building was built by the community, also community, and donated to the police last December. So why will the people who built turn around to destroy? For what purpose? The average Igbo man knows that those who are doing the destroying are not Igbos. The special squad of security men sent by federal government are also not Igbos. Okay. So it's a case of the policemen will come, shoot into the air, stray bullet will land on people. And then the unknown gunmen will move around in brand new Hilux trucks. Shoot into the air, with faces covered. Once in a while, people will get close and do like this, and then they take a closer look at them.
So if you say the Igbos are not destroying, who then is carrying out these attacks? The
unknown gunmen. It is not by accident that they call them unknown gunmen. That's why I said, if you go to Alaba today, there's an Igbo section. If you see there, from the physiognomy, you say these are Igbos. If you turn towards the right, you see Alabarago. That's where the house traders are. You also see the physiognomy. If I go to Jankara Market here in Lagos, you don't need to be told these are Yorubas. So if the unknown gunmen cover their faces, once in a while people go, they speak Igbo to them, sing in Igbo, they won't even respond.
This is quite a strong...
It is a revelation.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem they have now in Igbo land is that if they see somebody of my age, they will go after me. Police will arrest me and call me a financier. If they see my son, they will grab him and say it's an activist. Send him to the police station, military barracks, or anywhere. You have to run around to get him out. And you know what it means to Nigeria for someone to run around. I don't mean real race. You have to do something. Otherwise, you see him on TV the next day confessing to things he did not do. Because when they torture you, you have no option. And remember, Archbishop Obinna, the Archbishop of the Catholic Diocese, last Sunday came out almost weeping that the morgue where they keep dead bodies, that place is overflowing. 35 unidentified bodies. The Nigerian Bar Association came out and said, we have set up a unit to liaise with the police commission. That's how they have been able to rescue some people, including the man who came from Bayelsa, who was going to buy a casket for his father-in-law's burial. The one was grabbed and displayed on TV as a high-ranking chief.
Permit me to just interject, because you're making strong assertions, and we wonder why this hasn't come to light in a more public forum. But let me just ask, what we do know, though, is that there was a, I'm glad you said you're from Imo State. Yes. There was a sit-at-home order, and it would seem that largely it was obeyed. So that would then beg the question, who is in charge? You know, we want to bring up the issue of IPOB because they've made certain assertions. And then we want to ask the question as well regarding Imo State. It's hard to put this. There have been assertions by people in Imo State that since the current governor came into being, that Imo State hasn't known peace. So suggesting that his coming in as governor has also triggered some of these violent attacks. What's your take on that?
Let me take it one by one. Issue of sit at home. To observe a day for our departed brothers, those who died during the war, has been on since 1970. So it depends on the government of the day to make it a focal point.
No, I'm talking about how it was enforced. There was intimidation behind it.
No, there was no intimidation. Listen, what you saw was what we call a charade. Some people will wear black and red and be moving around. You think the Igbos are not Igbos. That's the point I was making. The unknown gunmen are not Igbos. As for Day of Mourning, it's observed every year. You have seen the one of 30. September 9, some people will also observe their own. They don't make noise about it. They just call their own Yom Kippur. We call our own mourning our dead. 2, IPOB is what I call a phenomenon that has risen because of injustice, because of lack of fair playing ground, because of arrant discrimination. Now, nature abhors vacuum. So whenever there is this kind of lack of inclusiveness, grumbling will come in. All it takes is somebody to harvest that they're grumbling and say, this man is doing something bad. Let's see what I can do. Believe me, the average person will join. On the issue of the governor, I better leave it at that. Is the governor in charge of any security force there? No. If he says something negative, they'll go against him. You know where he lives in Owerri? It's called the Fortress. On one side is Army Chief's house, Police Chief, DSS, Air Force. All of them live in a circle. And the police headquarters and the prisons that were just burned down, you just opposite them.
Okay.
CCTV showed all those who do the attacking. Do you know that till today, none of these groups I mentioned ever produced a CCTV?
And I mean, a lot of people watch will be wondering, why is nobody being brought to book? Where are the perpetrators? But in the absence of state police, we've seen vigilantes across the country, states having to form their own vigilantes, and as well as regional security. Same as the Southeast with Ebube Agu. They don't seem to be making much headway. What have the governors got wrong when it comes to security of their states and, of course, the region, Southeast in particular now?
Well, I don't want to call it intimidation from Abuja. I also don't want to call it timidity of the governors. No. Let me say it's a case of 3 political parties having governors in the Southeast. 3 political, PDP has 2. That's Enugu and Abia. Enugu has always had a Bibago. They have a name for their own, and they have bosses for them. Abia State, yes, its own is not as elaborate as that of Enugu. Imo State also passed a law a long time ago outlawing open grazing, and they also passed a law establishing a Bibago. But then the governor said he has sent some people to train the military barracks in Anambra State, so that when they come, they form the nucleus. Now, the man in Anambra also has his own. His own method is different, because there are 3 parties. They have different methods. Abga said, okay, if you kill a cow, you pay. If you kill a human being, you pay. And they're enforcing it. So when you're talking of a Bibago to them, they may say we have something different. The man in Ebo, you know, he has just joined APC. And he's also the chairman, so he's been drawn on one side. Unfortunately, his state is the worst hit by the killer herdsmen. Up till this Sunday, we are still killing. Now, the governors are also, well, I think they're handicapped. But remember this, there are killings all over the country, in all the zones. And in terms of number, in terms of statistics, Kaduna State has had more people killed or kidnapped than the whole of Southeast and South put together. Yeah, the IG of police, when he came, he said, I'm concentrating on Southeast and South. In other words, they know what they're doing. So those special squads sent to Imo State because of this crisis, are they putting anything together? Their job is to go and block the road. I saw them. I was there Saturday before last. For me to pass, all the roads were blocked in the city. For me to go to the airport, I had to call one man. When I noticed his less unfriendly appearance, I said, I just joked. He said he was an Ishan man. I said, Ishan Wayo? He laughed. He said, Ishan. I said, okay, Oba Tokwe. He said, he relaxed. He said, Oga pass. That's how I was able to go to the airport. The next day, Sunday, Golak was killed. The insecurity there is there, but it's artificial.
Okay. You seem to be blaming, sorry, you seem to be blaming everyone else, particularly the federal government, except for those in the region.
Because we are not destroyers. The average Igbo man is a builder. That Owerri airport was built, started by this Ambaku, with people contributing 1 naira. Everything you have in Imo State was built by the people, not by the government.
Okay, let me just bring this in, because I think some might find it convenient, like my colleague just said, that Igbos are not destroyers, Igbos are builders. But I still want to focus on the stay-at-home order, and then hopefully you can tag on the way forward, because we're talking about restoring peace in the Southeast. I'm looking at a video, commentary around a video that went viral, Nnamdi Kanu with the sit-at-home order. He said anyone that goes out or disobeys that order has themselves to blame. And I know people who live in the Southeast were actually intimidated by that. And so even though you justify, well, I won't say you justify, you gave an explanation for why IPOB...
Intimidation, I object to it. There was no intimidation.
We saw people with cutlasses on a video.
Those ones are unknown gunmen.
Anyway, what would be your proposal of the way forward?
My proposal is this. Let the government of the day call a conference to discuss security. You call it Security Summit. Call independent-minded people, not sycophants. Not those contractors who have to say the right things in order to get jobs. No. They will tell him straight. If an Igbo man appears today to contest election, that will not make him president. What will make him president? They get the votes of other zones. So he should let it go. President Buhari has done his bit. He has only 2 more years to go. He has spent 6 years. He can destroy his image by what follows next. All the warmongers around him, probably they didn't see the war. They don't know that war means death. And no Igbo man wants war in Igbo land. Never. As we say in Igbo, Ozemena, let it not happen again. That's how we speak.
Well, at least there seems to be a consensus that war is definitely not the way forward. Thank you so much, Mr. Godi Wazirike, for being on Newsday today.
After listening to Godi Uwazirike, I don't have anything more to say than to tell you that the government of Muhammadu Buhari is responsible for the insecurity in the southeastern part of Nigeria. I don't care about their politics because we are not part of it. Whatever vote they are doing, whatever policies they are playing, we are not part of it. But taking the life of innocent people in the southeast, as we speak, is being caused and created by Muhammadu Buhari and co. And we cannot be silent. We cannot be silent. Just as our elder has spoken, some other voices are coming up. Some other voices are coming up. It is time to speak up. All along you have been saying that Garba Shehu is paying. Finally, Muhammadu Buhari have come to declare his start. So every well-meaning Igbo man, every well-meaning Igbo elder should come out and speak. Now or never. This is the time for you to join IPOB openly. Join Mazen Nandekano on this battle. It is no longer the battle you have to sit on the fence to fight. It is no longer the battle you have behind hiding and be throwing your words. It is a battle that we have to stand up and face. The war is here already. Let's stop pretending. Stop pretending and face the fact. The war is here already and we have to fight it. It's either we fight and save ourselves or we fold our hands and die like cowards. But just as Mazen Nandekano said, God will bless him wherever he is. They will kill us, we will kill them, but Biafra will come at the last. Let us continue to pray for Mazen Nandekano wherever he is. Continue to pray for ESN members wherever they are. All those who are fighting day and night to protect you and I. To secure our land, we have to continue to support them with the last drop of our blood. Continue to support them in the best way we can. Continue to pray for them that Chuks will protect and guide them wherever they are. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to be around and I will continue to give you information as they come. Remember us. May Chuks bless each and every one of us. He said. Thank you for watching.